What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys a quick Rivals discussion video. And this one, as you can see by the title, is balancing isn't actually going to truly come to Rivals until one thing actually happens. Okay? Now, we all know every single season and every single half season, there's a character and the character's always broken, and then they nerf other characters, they buff other characters. This is a constant thing. Okay, now people sit there and talk about how they want one whole season or at least one whole half season, right, to where they don't give us a character or skins or anything like that, and they focus on trying to balance the game. Well, sorry to say, but until this one disparaging thing happens, right? Which is this right here. If this doesn't get balanced out, there isn't actually going to be a balancing to this game at all. And if you don't know what I mean, until there's an equal number of vanguards and strategists to DPS, there is no balancing this game. Okay? I have had several matches, especially as of the last few days, where literally I had no vanguards. None. We are all DPS, maybe one healer. And this is what's driving me insane with it. Now, granted, I'd usually would be one of those DPSs, but I choose first, and I'm one of those people, whoever chooses last kind of has the obligation to choose the right role for the team. But at the same time, it's quick match, so it's play whatever character you want. Don't expect to win, right? But until they literally fix this and actually add in an equal number of vanguards and strategists to duelists, we're not going to be able to have balancing of any kind when it comes to this game. Period. It's not going to happen. Okay. And the reason for that is they're constantly going to add characters. Those characters are going to be broken, whether it be, a DPS, a Vanguard, or a Strategist, right? Either way, they're always going to be broken. Now, depending on how, favorable the character is will depend on how broken they are, because Cyclops is fucking broken. But I already got this dude up to level 15. He is easy to level up, so, I mean, quick Lord character if, you're looking. But, broken is all hell. And once he came out, I think this has been the worst season when it came to being a Vanguard in comp. I'm mainly comparing this to comp, not so much quick match, because quick matches literally choose whatever you want. Especially, it's much like 18 versus 18, right? Just choose whoever you want. Now, in my opinion, you still should be into the means of wanting to win the game and not throw the game for the rest of your team. So it would be nice if you could have a balanced out team. Right? Now, some people say, oh, well, you don't need a Vanguard to win a game, which is true, but at the same time, I've had one DPS, 3 healers, and 2 tanks, and we whooped the team of almost all DPSs and healers. So, once again, it comes down to your character choice, your team dynamic, and how well everything meshes together. Because this is a team-based game. And that's the other issue, right? Is majority of the people who are DPS mains, this isn't all of them, but a good majority of these people have player one syndrome, meaning they go into this game acting as if they are the main character, they are the hero, they are the one, right? And it's like, well, you're not. You are a part of a team. You may be one of the best people on the team, but at the same time, that doesn't mean, you can sit here and win this match without the help of your team, right? And it's driving me and other people like me crazy when it comes to actually trying to play a team-based game with people who don't know how to be a team. It's like, come on now. Clearly, you all never played sports. Because the whole I and team metaphor literally means you may be the best, but you can't win this by yourself. You want to win? You should work with your team to win. That is the best way, the most easy way to win. But literally, like, it's not going to happen when it comes to actual balancing, right? Because once again, they'll sit there, release this character, nerf the shit out of this character. This character, people say he's useless. He's not. He's not useless. I mean, I completely and totally dominate when I play Devil Dino, but that's mainly because I'm used to playing Vanguard, right? I play Vanguard or Healer the majority of the time if I'm playing comp, because I literally have one lorded, like, DPS character and, like, 4 or 5 lorded Vanguards. And Devil Dino is definitely going to be one of my Vanguarded, Vanguards. Lorded Vanguards, my brain. But, he's not completely and totally broken, but, I mean, what they did to him was fucked up, okay? They did not need to nerf his beam to where it got rid of the availability to ground flyers, because the thing is, they can instantly fly right back the fuck up, okay? They get grounded, they can fly right back up, okay? So, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. It was not. And then also nerfing his shield output, meaning like his shield does not absorb nowhere near as much damage as it used to, and it also doesn't last as long as it used to. And at the same time, it takes longer for it to come back. It's like, what the hell? The dude is much slower. Okay, I can't say much slower. He is slower than he was when, before they nerfed him. So once they nerfed him, they nerfed him. They Elsa'd this dude. And my fear is he's going to stay this way the rest of the time. Because as far as I can remember, since Elsa came out and then they nerfed her in Season 7, I believe? Yeah, Season 7, because she came out at 6.5. Once they nerfed her, she has not gotten a buff since. Right? And in my opinion, she definitely needs a slight buff. Nothing crazy, but a little teeny tiny buff. Like, she needs it. Like, I play as Elsa, like, it is miserable trying to get her to level up because of what you need for the requirements to level her up. Like, I've put less time into him, and he's a higher level than she is. Crazy. Right? But literally, until they literally fill these two ones out to match duelists, true balancing is never going to actually happen ever. Okay? Especially with the fact that majority of people who play this game are playing DPS, and they're usually always playing the meta or whatever it is, right? Which right now is I guess poke or the distance playing. So such as someone like Cyclops or Moon Knight, which I mean, you can argue that that's pretty much the meta all the time, because shooting from a distance, if you can actually hit somebody, you pretty much have the upper hand when it comes to it. Right? So, it's a always possible thing, but if you want balancing, you need to have characters that, counteract other characters. You're not going to have that happen at all. At all. When duelists literally outgross Vanguards. Okay? Especially with the fact that you have this Vanguard and this Vanguard being the main ones that everyone wants you to play if you're a Vanguard, especially in comp, just because they have a shield. Which tells us we need more shield Vanguards, but at the same time, Vanguards need to not feel like they are slow tanks, but yet soft-shelled armored tanks to the point to where you die in 2 or 3 hits. A tank should feel like a goddamn tank, in my opinion. And that is not what tanks feel like right now playing this game. And if you play Vanguard, you know exactly what I mean. Because, playing tank does not feel like you're playing a tank. It literally feels like you're playing a somewhat less squishy DPS. That doesn't do nowhere near as much damage as a DPS. If people want balancing, then they need to allow tanks to be able to absorb damage and still do damage. Not a whole lot, nowhere near as much as a DPS should be doing, right? But they should be doing damage. And if not doing damage, like if you want to leave them at the damage output they are, you need to allow them to actually absorb damage. Shields last longer, shields like absorb a little bit more, something along those lines. Because it is massively unfair when it comes to being a Vanguard, especially a solo Vanguard, and you're trying to help the team win the game, but you can't because you are just getting destroyed by the DPSs or the DPSs and the healers. And your healers are either too distracted or getting dived on because for some reason, like a good majority of DPS players do not want to sit there and help their support players, which is another irritation as being a support player, which I understand because I play support quite a bit. Like if I'm playing Deadpool, I'm playing healer pool, and you won't imagine the amount of times I had to stop healing the team to help our backline to survive a freaking dive character, I think that's what it is. But yeah, it's crazy the amount of times that I had to turn around or stop healing just to help our healer or like my fellow healer out, and then you literally get someone in the chat going like, no heals, where's the heals at? It's like, well, excuse me, like we needed help in the back line, we requested help in the back line, and none of y'all wanted to turn around. Now I'm not going to blame the tank, especially if the tank is pushing up, you know what I mean? And they're not, you know, a dive style tank like a Hulk, an Angela, a Cap, you know what I mean? Rogue, Thor, Venom, which I mean are good. Like these are some of the most mobile tanks we have right here. But still, even then, they feel slow compared to playing a DPS or playing a strategist, right? But like, all these people talking about balancing until we literally get an equal number of characters released for Vanguard and Strategist, no balancing's ever going to happen. So, and it's pointless to sit there and go, oh, I want balancing. Can you guys just not, like, you know, release any more characters and skins and, like, just balance the game? Like, that'd be so awesome. Because guess what they're going to have to do when they release another character? Rebalance the fucking game. Literally. So until they're done releasing characters, guess what is pointless to ask for? Balancing. So stop asking for balancing and ask for them to, you know, hold off on one season, like one whole season or half a season, however long they want to, like, you know, work on the whole banning issue, because I think that's what they should be doing when it comes to the cheaters, smurfers, and, you know, just throwers in the game. They need to sit down, think on how they're going to implement the banning phase, because that's what it has to be. It has to be IP bans, like hard IP bans. Now, of course, they should be able to choose ways that people can dispute it, just in case if maybe they got banned just because like someone reported them and the person who reported them was being a dick, right? You should be able to, like, you know, dispute that so that you can actually get your game back, especially if you didn't do anything wrong. But still have like levels of severity and to the point to where have complete and total permabans for the worst of the worst, right? When it comes to like cheaters and people who are like deliberately smurfing, which if I'm correct, I'm so bad with these terms because like I'm much older and I really don't care. I just want to play the game and try to have some fun, right? So like the younger people slang terms, I'm not one of those older people who's going to learn it. And I mean, I'm not super old, but at the same time, I'm not young either. So it's a waste of my time. But a high level character, someone who's like in like Grandmaster and shit, playing on like, you know, a bronze level character and just destroying people, right? And getting people to quit, throw, whatever, right? People like that should definitely get their accounts banned. And if you get caught doing that and you get caught having a linked account that's, you know, one account compared to another account, and like they can figure out some way that your two accounts are linked, you get banned. Your main account gets banned. Not your Smurf account, no, but your main account. So I mean, there's no point to literally waste time on asking for balancing until we literally have a balanced out, like, choices of characters. So, literally, just gotta wait until either A, they decide to give us as equal as much Vanguards as there are DPSs, and the same thing with strategists. Now, that's going to be several seasons, probably at least a year's worth or more, depending on how many characters they want to add, right? Because, I mean, these ones right here almost have 28 characters to choose from when it comes to, like, actual choices. You don't have nowhere near that much when it comes to, you know, being a Vanguard. You have 14 as a Vanguard, and you have less as a strategist. So we need to start balancing out the choices, which then will help balance out lobbies to the point to where, because there are more choices of Vanguard and more choices of strategists, you're going to actually have more balanced lobbies of, you know, 2 or 3 DPS, 1 or 2 healers, 1 or 2 tanks, right? And not 4 or 5 DPS with maybe 1 tank or 1 healer. Like, I had a lobby once, I can't remember which one it was last night, but I had one where we had 1 tank, all DPS. I can't remember which one it was. No, it wasn't that one. So this one. So we had 1 tank, 1 healer, multiple DPS. We did horrible here. Like, we did. This team kicked our fucking ass. But yeah, like, it... Oh, here we go. Yeah, we had 2 tanks, 4 DPS. We did so, like, we did not win that. And it's like, well, no healers, so, like, what's the point of having most of these characters? Now, granted, can you win? Yes, but that also depends on if this team is nowhere near as good as this team, and if this team knows how to play smart, which is go after their healers, that way you can then go after their, like, you know, damage dealers and damage absorbers, but that did not happen. So, balancing's not going to happen, and it's a pointless thing to ask for until we get a balanced actual lobby choice. And I mean, like, equal amount of Vanguards, equal amount of strategists. Once they have that, and still, even when it comes to them releasing a new character, all you have to worry about is if that character is going to be broken as shit or not, because all the other characters that are already currently out have been balanced. Now, they can do that right now, right? But at the same time, you're still going to have, like, the whole Vanguard, like 1 or 2 Vanguard with maybe 1 or like 2 healers, but the majority of the rest of the lobby is all DPS. And it's because DPS have so many characters to choose from. And with the look of next season, they might have another one or another 2 coming. Like, I fear that this coming season we're going to get 2 DPSs, the Hood and Jubilee. But at the same time, it more likely just 1, because if they gave us 2, you know the Vanguard aspect, the Vanguard bans of, you know, the community are going to just be pissed. And they're already pissed with what they did to Devil Dino and with just the Vanguard community, period, with feeling like, you know, they're the unwanted children of the group when it comes to, like, duelists and strategists. Because strategists get slightly a little bit better treatment, but nowhere near as much better. Like, I would say maybe like a whole 1% better. Because, I mean, we have, in Vanguard, have more than they do, but by, like, a whole 1 character. Now, granted, they're going to be equal to us here soon when it comes to this next season, because I'm still thinking Jubilee's going to be the healer, and then the Hood's going to be the, like, duelist. I think it's going to work out that way. I don't think they're going to make the Hood the strategist, which would be weird. And honestly, it would be kind of cool, and, you know, it'd bring people to play strategist a little bit more, too, but at the same time, no. But... so that's my kind of feeling on the whole, like, actual balancing to this game. It's not going to happen. Not until they literally balance out character choice for Vanguard and strategists. They need to be equal to the DPS duelist community, because if not, we're gonna keep seeing lobbies where it's majority duelists, and I mean it's killing the game. Like it's not like killing it to the point to where, oh my god, this game's gonna fail and no one's gonna play it no more. No, it's more of just making the lobbies more toxic to the point to where if you choose a certain character, like I've been playing Cyclops quite a bit, not gonna lie. Now there's times where it feels like my healers aren't wanting to heal me because I'm playing Cyclops, right? Or like I'll have people on my team who literally just seem like they're not even trying to play the game, or like they even know how to play the game. Now there might be new people, but at the same time, a lot of these people have like quite a bit of skins and stuff, so it's like you're not new. Are you just being a big baby because I'm playing a character? I mean, yeah, he's broken his shit, but at the same time, I mean, at least we have a Cyclops too, and you know that can counter out their Cyclops a lot better also. You know, a Cyclops versus Cyclops is at least relatively fair game when it comes to it. It's a little bit more balanced. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Like, there's not going to be any real balancing until they literally equal out the playing field for character choice when it comes to strategists and duelists and vanguards. They all need to have the equal number of characters, and then still, I mean, and I'm not saying get equal and then stop releasing characters. No, more of get equal to the point to where when they release 2 characters for a season, well, you know, season and a half season, at least now the choices for it are balanced, and all you have to worry about is like how much do you have to nerf the character that was just released when the new character's released, right? How, like, are you gonna have to nerf them a lot, or are you gonna have to just like kind of slightly nerf them a little bit? That's a lot better than, you know, nerfing and buffing a slew of other characters like they continuously do when they can just easily do one at a time, right? Because then they can focus on other aspects like, you know, banning people or other stuff. But hopefully you all enjoyed this. Hopefully everyone catches me for my gameplays and all that other kind of stuff. Make sure you check out w.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. Link and all that is going to be in the comment section down below, pinned comment, and or on my YouTube page. Go there, it's the link that says Debbie. Use that link, use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. And hopefully everyone has a great season. So far mine hasn't been too bad, but I've been playing Quick Match a lot. But yeah, there you guys.